hot. I'm gonna make it wet. Play hot tub, rubber dub in the hot tub, rubber dub with me. Shake in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Will you make me sweat?
Yeah.
Shake in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Will you make me wet?
Yeah. What's up with the Bengals shirt? They must have won. Did they win?
Yeah, they won Sunday.
I knew, you don't wear it unless they win.
Well, I don't have too many long-sleeve shirts anymore. They're all short-sleeve shirts.
Have you noticed how many times I wore my Alabama shirt this week?
Well,
you won't notice either. You won't notice the rest of the week either. I'm with them, winter tie. Winter tie, I'm with them. Are you okay with Auburn? You still wearing your Auburn stuff? Josh?
Only at nighttime when no one sees. When it's dark outside.
It's Thursday, special day Thursday. We got Jeremy, Tommy, Josh, Wildcat. We got some great people here this morning. Man, what about, we were talking off the air about you and Jerry. Jerry was sitting together at the Mosley-Arnold game.
Yeah.
Now, what was a bigger crowd, Niceville or Arnold and Mosley? Probably Niceville.
If you want to go to the whole season spectrum, Bay and Mosley brought actually 2,700 people to the game.
Did they really? So that's
Bay
the biggest
Mosley,
crowd
that's the
we've
biggest
had
game
yet.
so far this year.
Well, we're going to have a huge
2,700.
Friday night now. Rutherford and Bay getting ready to get it on for the 53rd time, 52nd time, something like that.
54th.
Niceville didn't, in that game, Niceville didn't bring that many.
That's what shocked me.
I don't know what was wrong with that.
Yeah, their band, that was really disappointing.
They had a pep band, and he played the whole thing. Jeremy and I sat together that game.
And we're yelling at each other, from hey, Tom.
Well, I think they knew what was coming. They knew Mosley was waiting for him. What a beatdown, man. That running back's one of the best I've seen.
He did good.
Pretty talented.
We were in Birmingham watching it. Jeremy's giving me a play-by-play. I had to ask Tommy what's going on. He'd get back to me 30 minutes later.
I gave you the score.
You did.
I gave you pictures, too.
Josh, were you in the press box? Yeah, you did. I asked for some. Thank you for doing that, too. All right, we got a call. Is that what you're telling me? Well, I'm talking to these guys right now. All right, good morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not talking to any volunteers today.
I'm not going to talk about the volunteers. I swear I'm not.
Yeah, you can.
Here's the only thing. I don't want any of them to get arrested this weekend. They're all, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm serious about that. I want to talk about the Seminoles. I want them to win this weekend. It's only about 1 or 2 weeks a year I'm for them, but I'm really for them this weekend. I think they need to go to the Wildcat and move 2 of their defensive linemen to offense, but I don't think they're willing to do that. Anyway, so I know y'all missed last week's Seminole game because you're all at the high school games, but it cost me plenty, okay?
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't think – I think it's been since I think I saw it happen to Vanderbilt twice maybe in the 80s that they lost no, let's see, it was at Vanderbilt. One of them was MTSU versus TSU, and Richard Dent did it. And the other one was Bruce Smith against the Commodores. But we won't go there because people don't remember that stuff.
Yeah.
Except you old guys like me.
I remember.
So anyway, pray for the Seminoles. We want them to win. I mean, it actually is at their stadium, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Seminole Hard Rock.
No, it's
in Miami.
But I know it's in Miami, but it's in Miami Gardens, okay?
Yeah.
But it's Seminole Hard Rock. They
play good down there, though.
Mm-hmm.
They always do.
They used to have bigger crowds in Miami. I'm not sure about this year.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No. But anyway, I hated to see him lose to Duke, but at least he was Manny Diaz did go to FSU at least, and they're like. But anyway, I also want to pray for some animals too. Are you listening to me, Tommy?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. I want you to pray for 3 sets of tigers, a set of Baptist bears, and some Sooners. Okay.
Hey, put an elephant in there too.
No, we don't pray for elephants because I ain't never seen no elephant fly. All right, and no red tide, which is poisonous algae bloom. Go, Troy. Hey, Coach Hale. I know y'all are all coaches.
Yes,
Coach
sir.
Hale, get this record: USM 1-6, Troy, my alma mater, 1-6. No wonder we pull for other teams.
Yeah, no
FSU,
doubt.
1-6.
We're pitiful. We fired our coach at homecoming. After the game, they fired him. And guess who the 2 guys they're looking at?
Alabama.
Warmick at Alabama and their defensive line coach. What's his guy's name? I'm like take both of them.
Well,
y'all can have them.
East Carolina fired their coach after the last game.
Coach
and the athletic
Houston,
director used to work at USM.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll hire the USM coach. I don't know. It's all craziness anyway.
Well, with the portal, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right, it's going to happen. Here's the thing. There's also the curse of Brian Haddad. The Predators are 1-5, and so are the Titans. Anyway, so keep on thinking about that daisy-colored team from Knoxville. I love you guys. Have a great weekend.
Day.
Go Noles!
Yay.
Bye. Rocky Top, you will always be. Oh, man. You got to give them credit, man. You got to give Tennessee credit. They if that quarterback would have hit 8 other passes, the guys were wide open, it would have been about a 50-point win.
Go back and look at my pick.
Yeah, you did. You know what you called it? We talked about that Friday that you actually, I think it's the first time you've ever picked against Bama.
Yeah.
And you were right. You hit it on the head. Blaney and I watched it. Blaney coached for a long time. We counted 10 plays. I told Tommy 10 plays. He hit 2 of them. 8 receivers, 8 other opportunities for Tennessee wide open, and he just missed them. Mm-hmm. Our 2 freshman corners had a terrible game. And it could have been really ugly. Now, here, really, I do want to talk about a couple things this morning because we got Coach coming on at 8:15 for Mosley. But Alabama, I'm hearing things down there. I don't know if you're hearing the same things or not, but they're blaming one of the players, one of the tight ends actually said, not even tucking our shirts in, being late to meetings. We got to get back to doing the right things. We got to be disciplined doing the right things. Then I heard through the grapevine, some of the main players are the captains are the ones doing the things they shouldn't be doing. Mm-hmm. Are you hearing the same things?
Yeah, it's just kind of a lack of control here. Yeah,
isn't that sad?
Yeah. That's at Alabama?
That's at Alabama. Wow. That's 4 of your best players. How can you be late to a meeting?
And expect to play.
How do you not come on the field when coach tells you and expect to play? How do you kick a football if the referee said it and expect to play? Mm-hmm. How do you expect to officiate once you change a call 10 minutes later at Texas and Georgia, expect to officiate later? They do.
They do. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know, man. Things at Bama are different than this. Coach Bryant would never put up anything like that. Ray Perkins wouldn't. Gene Stallings wouldn't. And I know for a fact Saban didn't do it.
There's an old adage, and it does not matter what field you are dealing with. You change the leader, you change the culture.
Yeah. Is it going to work out for him?
Think it's in doubt.
Yeah.
I heard before he even went there, they were going to give him 4 years. He'd be gone in 4 years.
We shall see. And look at the state.
How long Perkins was there.
Yeah. But look at the state of Alabama. Look at Auburn. Auburn should not be 2-5 right now. They shouldn't. I've watched every one of their games. They gave away a bunch of those football games. And I don't get it. And we got Andy Burcham on today at 8:15, so I need to be careful. But Josh, they drive down the length of the field. 8 of the 9 plays were running plays. They got one of the best running backs in the country.
And they throw it away.
They get first and goal inside, down the goal line, and through 3 straight passes. Yeah. And then they get a big sack, too, in one of them.
Yeah.
Somebody challenged.
They missed the field goal, right?
So I mean that's the thing is just inconsistency. So don't go away from what you're what's getting you down the field, right?
Just channel their inner Bill O'Brien.
And what about we've got 2 of the best running backs in college football, and I'm telling you now, I've heard Kirby loves him, Hayes. Mm-hmm. So don't be shocked if all of a sudden next year he's in Athens.
That's right,
because it was between Alabama and Georgia. He never runs the ball. We never run our running backs, maybe, 5 times a game?
Mm-hmm. And you know which plays are coming. I mean, they're going to put 2 tights, and then they're going to bring the 2 wideouts in close, and then they're going to try to go on the left side. And,
This is your positive update today on everything that's happening in college football.
That's why you have the transfer portal. The boys can hit the road.
And you haven't named it explicitly. But if Vanderbilt and all of their doctors and all of their lawyers and all the money there in Nashville want to go buy a ball team,
they can do it.
They can do it.
And Georgia Tech.
If they want to go buy a ball team, they can do it. And that's where the game has shifted from the burgs, and the small towns that have always kind of occupied college football, State College, Tuscaloosa, and the big cities.
I'm glad you brought that up. I am, because I think I texted you last night. Let me think about that. You remember 2 players Alabama had, Julio Jones and Will Anderson. Mm-hmm. Two two of the best football players in the college football. Two of the best in history. All-time players. And you look what we get now. Like Saban said, be careful who you bring into your program. Julio Jones never complained one day about not being targeted. They hardly threw the ball to him. They were a running team. He was the best blocking receiver in college football history. You'll watch him block. He's incredible. But I remember the coaches bragging on him and talking about him, how he never complained. It was always about the team. And he didn't get the ball thrown to him like he would have had if he'd gone to Florida State or Oklahoma, especially Oklahoma. Will Anderson, do you realize they played him at defense over a guard? And because remember they had the two other great edge rushers. Who was it? Dallas Turner. And the other one. They all three of them. They had three great edge guys.
Yep.
But he sacrificed the best player in college football would line up over guards and tackles and let the other two play to get the three best players on the field. The best players on the field. They said he never complained about it, which hurt his sacks, which could have hurt his draft stock
and income. Yeah.
He goes and plays in the Sugar Bowl when he didn't have to. He was already going to be ranked, drafted in the top 10 in the country, but he played because it was about the team. Good. He talked about the character of those two ball players. And now what I'm hearing about the character of the guys we got now are superstars. It's like night and day.
Yeah.
So you're wondering what's happening in all these colleges. You better be careful who you bring into your program. I don't know if that's the problem at Florida State.
That's a lot of it right there.
Yeah. I mean, you can have great talent, but that doesn't win. You can't win without talent, but you can lose with it.
That's right.
You got to bring great character people in.
That's right.
The teams we had on that won all the regular season games, they had great character. We had another team that had the most talent we ever had. We went 8-2. We lost to Pensacola over in Pensacola when they were undefeated. We lost to the runner-up, Choctaw. Well, actually, we didn't. We scored. They didn't give us a touchdown in overtime. But that team had more talent than any of them. But we had other ones that didn't have that talent to win 11 games. So anyway, I thought about that the other day. Will Anderson playing over a guard. And you got guys now that walk into a coach's office and say, hey, I'm on red shirt.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold out this week. I'm not going to play this week. I'm going to get ready for the draft. What's happened to college football?
No loyalty whatsoever.
What's happened to our country? It's all about the same thing now, really. They'll sell out over money, over anything.
Listen, the only thing I got over that segment was that James is still a little hurt over that Choctaw loss. That's the only thing I got. That's the only thing I heard.
Hey, you got that right. Because we'd have got in, that team would have done something. We didn't get in. We lost 2 district
Those
games.
officials were from Fort Walton Beach. Did you know that?
Well,
I know them.
I think a lot in a lot of places around the country we found the I in team. You know, I mean,
it's there.
It's there.
But that's true.
But what Saban said, and that was like the week 0 maybe of college football. He said, you better make sure you got the right ones you got on your team, because they're leaving for a reason. Most of them leave because they're not playing, or they're not making as much money as they want, and usually it's both.
You know, it brings up an interesting thing I wanted to ask y'all about. You look at the kids that go in the transfer portal and move on. The kids from these lower classification division schools, they come in the big school and play great.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids that's in Division I come and they don't do anything. Isn't that interesting how that happens? I see a lot of them like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I guess they're hungry and they want to show people they can play at D1.
Yeah. The most important thing you control every day of your life is your own attitude, your own work ethic. And some people have it, some people don't. What's that mean? I'm number 1?
That means pay attention to your work attitude and ethics here. Follow signals.
Hey, I'm transferring out. You don't hush. All right, J. Michael's restaurant. I went there yesterday. Had the world famous J. Michael's spaghetti with Donna. Went there last night with Lorelai and her friend. And they had spaghetti. I had a salad there. Saw Garrison Baker, one of my foreign players, his beautiful wife. We had a great time. The legendary J. Michael's restaurant. Go check it out. The best seafood, the coldest beer, J. Michael's. Also, South Oak Tynan Closing. Chuck Tucker and Tommy, you know Chuck's daddy, the principal at Mosley, did an incredible job when he was there. He raised a little son. He grew up to be a champion. Chuck does such a wonderful job. His company's expanding throughout Northwest Florida. I'm talking about the elite realtors. Mark Cowart down on 38, multi-million-dollar homes. I saw Gary Dunn yesterday. He is another elite realtor. They all use and demand South Oak Title and Closing. So should you for all your real estate closing. Stevenson Air Conditioning, I think everybody in this room has used them. They do an incredible job. Locals, taking care of locals. You want to get a service about every 6 months. It runs better. It saves you money. Jason and his crew would come out and do an incredible job. Don't go with anybody but Stevenson Air Conditioning. One of Tommy's favorite places, El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Happy hour. Buy one, get one free. I see Coop Moss, Steve Moss, they're always down there. Big fans of that place. Right across the street from the Navy base. Best, and tonight is karaoke. Go have a good time. Tommy, you going to show up and sing tonight?
I probably will.
Probably will. I'll probably be there if you're there. We'll be right back. Josh is with us. Jeremy's with us. Tommy's with us. Wildcat. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Coach Witten, I hope we got him. Championship coach. They're going to do something special this year, I'm telling you. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We're the radio home of the Mosley Dolphins.
Tonight, we're going under the lights.
And Jamarcus Halstead into the end zone for another Dolphins touchdown.
Your undefeated Bay County champions, the Mosley Dolphins, are on the road to face the 2-6 Gulf Breeze Dolphins. It's Dolphins versus Dolphins. Kickoff tonight at 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Thursday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 83 with a light breeze around 6 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 69. Tomorrow, a wind 3 to 7 miles per hour, sunny and a high around 83. For Saturday, sunshine and a high of 84. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
All roads lead to adventures and a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Get ready to forge a new path in 2025 and discover our new Kia SUV family. Bill Bird Kia is now offering 1.90% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space for the entire family to unwind. Bill Bird Kia is the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento with $2,165 per month per $1,000 financed at 48 months. Quantities limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 10/31/24.
His biggest fear about the zombie apocalypse is all the walking. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Last week, it was a county championship game. Mosley blows out Arnold. Tommy Oliver, were you there?
No, I was in Georgia.
I was there.
You were there, yeah, you were there. And then the week before, I watched it up in Birmingham, watched it on TV. Yeah. They blow out Niceville, something you just don't see that. I think it's 2 years in a row we've beaten Niceville.
It was.
Which I don't remember that happening very often either. Mosley's, the game is, let everybody know that the game is tonight, not tomorrow night. You can listen to here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Mosley at Gulf Breeze, district game. Is this their last regular season game? We got Coach.
Nope, they got one more after this.
I thought this was their
Florida High next week.
Oh, that's somebody. That's on. Okay. All right, Coach Wood, congratulations, sir. Great win last week, county champs. Talk about the game and how you kids played.
Yeah, no, I'm just I was happy the way we came out. I thought we executed, played at a really high level in all phases. Offensively, we scored on every possession there in the first half. Defensively, started the game with a pick and forced a couple of turnovers. And then special teams, Jack Massey took a punt return to the house. Finally, we didn't block somebody in the back. It's been about the third punt return he could have on the year, and so that was great to see. But yeah, just happy of the way the guys played, and then obviously opportunity to get some of the twos in there, and then I thought the twos executed really well when they had their opportunity to play as well. So it was great team effort, and it was a fun night.
Tommy, I don't remember. I've been here 25 years. I don't remember Mosley this late in the season being undefeated, county champs. Looks like it's going to be district champs. When's the last time we've seen this? Do you remember?
Long time. I know they played Tate one year, Pensacola Tate, and here and they were. I think they were undefeated that time. But that was
back in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is something we hadn't seen in years. Congratulations on that, Coach. You come in, you build a program. You do it the right way. Your kids are big, strong, physical football team. You can throw and run, which you don't see a whole lot. That running back you got, I had no idea how good he was. I saw it on TV. The quarterback, I'm impressed. I mean, you guys are physical. You're strong. Great job. All right, switching gears tonight. Why are y'all playing on Thursday? Jeremy and I were talking about it. Did you guys get together and say, let's just get it over on Thursday, or how'd that happen?
No, it goes back to the official shortage. So, playing over in Gulf Breeze, we use the Gulf Breeze uses the Miracle Strip officials out of Okaloosa County, and they kind of they take turns over there. Everybody who uses them has to play at least one game on Thursday night. So this is Gulf Breeze's week to play on Thursday night. We just happen to be the opponent. So. That's kind of how that works out. So, again, something that we've done multiple times, and it's nothing new for us. A little bit different having to go on the road, but kind of as for us, it's kind of business as usual.
What time y'all pulling out today? How are you going to handle this trip?
We're going to pull out at 1:30. Pull out at 1:30 today. Kids get out of school at 1, and then eating pregame meal over at Captain Anderson's. So I know that we're all fired up about that.
What time we're going to meet there? what time?
So we got pregame meal at 2:00 over at Captain A's, and so we're all fired up. We've been looking forward to that all week, and Mr. Petronas does a great job taking care of us, and so then after pregame meal, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, they're good people. I see his wife and them. They were at J. Michael's Wednesday. They were all in there early Wednesday having spaghetti. They love it. I get a plug for J. Michael's too.
Yeah, that sound like breaking news. You're gonna be on location at 2:00.
Yeah, I'll be on time for most pregame meal. I can tell you that. Hey, we've played Gulf Breeze over the years. Seemed like all the time. And years they've had some really strong teams. They've always had a strong program. Really good coaches. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Give us a little scouting report of what you think about them.
Gulf Breeze they've had a bit of a rough year, but their kids have continued to play hard through it all offensively. Coach's son is the quarterback. Obviously he knows what to do with the football, and they like to throw it around. I'd definitely say they're much more of a passing team. They're going to try to get it out to their guys out in space. A lot of screens, a lot of quick game. And then defensively, they're going to mix up some man coverage, some zone coverage, bring some pressure. And so, our challenge to the guys is we've worked all year to get to this spot, and playing for a trophy, playing for a district championship tonight. So, obviously we need to be fired up and ready to play and lock up this district championship.
Morning, Coach Wooden. It's Josh Latch. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Hey, just talk a little bit about, obviously, a couple weeks ago, the FHSA got together and had a press conference about moving the playoffs back a week just due to the storms we've had in our area and down south. Just talk a little bit about kind of preparing for that. How did you approach your kids with the new reality of, hey, we're going to have to maybe have a week or two where we're going to have to not play football, and how do you stay prepared for that change so late in the season?
Yeah, obviously that's still another week and a half away from us. We haven't really talked about it yet. As a football team, we've just been focusing on Gulf Breeze, but just when we get to that week, we'll keep it business as usual on the bye week, and just stay with our our routine, our plan. We'll take Monday and Friday off. I mean, that's the same thing that we did the week before we played the Niceville game. So I think anytime that, you have a little bit of change in the plan, I don't think you need to change the plan drastically. Let's just keep doing what we've been doing. It's worked to this point, and, that will be the approach that we take.
Hey, Coach Jeremy, good morning. Congrats again on the county championship. Had the chance to watch you in person last couple weeks. And, last week you spoke and kind of used even the Alabama-Vanderbilt game as a way to kind of motivate your kids about the trap game. This could be a sneaky game, particularly going on the road as well. How's the focus been, knowing that, okay, one of the goals that you would set is before you tonight to win that district, but what's the energy level been like as they get ready to kind of see one of these preseason goals right here, for the taking?
No, I definitely think we've had a great week of practice. And again, we've been harping on that all week. That we've worked since January to get to this moment. Let's make sure that we don't waste an opportunity to go out there tonight and play really good football. Again, regardless of who we're playing, we've made the focus about us all season and executing and playing at a high level. And, I expect us to do that. The thing that I love about this football team more than anything is just their willingness to compete. Those guys love to get after it. They love to play hard. And, that's what I expect them to do regardless of who the opponent is, what's at stake, whether it's the first game of the year or we're playing for a district championship. We set the standards for how we operate, and we expect to do that every time we go out on the field.
Coach Tommy Saintamont, I had the opportunity. I didn't be able to see your Arnold game, but I've seen all your games this year, home games, and I was at the Niceville game, and I thought offensively y'all called a really, really great game. I mean, it was, was all that pre-snap movement y'all were doing, was that part of your game plan to try to confuse Niceville? What was the deal with that? Because it definitely did work.
Yeah, so just from, working at Niceville for 6 years and knowing the ins and outs of how they operate, they do a lot on defense. They have a lot of checks. They have a lot of different fronts and coverages that they like to do, and they like to try to do a lot of different things to put the pressure on the offense. And, just knowing that, we try to flip that around and, put the pressure, since they like to do so much. We try to make sure that we move every single play when we play those guys to just force those guys to have to make checks, force those guys to have to communicate. And, obviously, at some point in time, nobody's going to be perfect, and there's going to be lapses in their communication or lapses in their alignment. And hopefully we can take advantage of them when they do that. I felt like we did. And, also I felt like we had some favorable matchups with our personnel versus their personnel that we're able to take advantage of. And, the kids played really hard. I was really proud of our offensive line. I mean, they dominated both sides of the ball. Offensive line and defensive line dominated the line of scrimmage the entire night that night.
They sure did. Y'all had them ready to play. Yeah, that was a great game, and y'all did an outstanding job. Very good job coaching.
Yeah, they look strong, they look physical, and they look disciplined. Look like they got a bunch of great character kids over there. Hey, Coach, thank you so much for taking time and coming on this morning. Have a nice trip over there. Get you a win, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir.
Don't forget the doggy bags.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see you at the restaurant at 2. Bye, Coach.
Bye.
Joe Bullock is the former principal over there at Mosley High School. His son now is the principal.
Brian,
great family, and he married a wonderful young lady. But I see Joe and his wife at J. Michael's all the time. French, beautiful lady. Both of them, good-looking couple. He still looks really good. Yeah. I mean, they do.
They used to run a lot.
You got to get to J. Michael. You don't know who you're going to run into. They're there. Jerry Register's there Sunday morning. Jerry and I had both granddaughters. I was trying to get them out and talk to Jerry at the same time. I love him. Jerry's such a wonderful man. His beautiful wife was there. Yeah. And Jimmy Petronas is there all the time. It's a great place. I don't see Jeremy preaching as much as I want.
Jerry,
They've been asking, when is he come? When are you going to go down there with me and pay?
I'm hard pressed on Sunday morning.
I mean, later Sunday. It wasn't Sunday morning. It was really late lunch. Thank you, Jeremy. Anyway, we got Josh. You got to get down there. We got to get you down there, man. That's the place to be.
What's the kids menu look like?
Oh, it's awesome.
Because I got too many of those.
Yeah, it's awesome. Everything awesome down there. Let's talk about Dr. Chad Mitchell. What a legend. 25 years been taking care of Bay County athletes. 25 years. Every weekend, giving up his time. It's almost as long as Tommy Santamont's given his time to Bay County. It's unbelievable what you guys have sacrificed and given up. But Chad, you can recognize him on the sideline as shiny. His head's really shiny, especially off this light. You can listen to Chad every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you have any type of injury, you don't have to be a great athlete. You can he'll see anyone. Just call, make an appointment. The guy's incredible. Also, really excited about having the Cajun place back. Rick, I think Rick's going to be in here today at 8:30. Rick played for me and does a great job running the Cajun place. Jan and Trudy came in. They did pretty good in their picks.
Yeah.
They did pretty good. I think you beat everybody last week. I took Bama Friday, and you took Tennessee. You knew what was coming. I felt like it, but I just couldn't. I just felt like a true Bama fan.
I wanted to throw up. I mean,
I hear you. We were down at the Cajun place Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, watching Auburn, Missouri. It's packed out. People, all the different teams were there. A lot of Georgia fans were there. We had a great time. Auburn had it won, blew it. Now, all you LSU fans, Saturday night in a huge football game.
Oh, big one.
Both teams undefeated in the SEC play. Texas A&M, LSU. Wear your shirt. Once they score a touchdown, jump up to the bar, free Jell-O shots. Same thing for the Saints when they're playing on TV. You got to do that, but you got to wear the colors. Wear your colors this weekend. Go watch the game. The best wings you'll get anywhere. $5 pitchers. When the games are being played, the best wings you'll get anywhere. We got the bread pudding. Blaine, my roommate in college, was there. He loved it. It was unbelievable. We had a great time. Get down to the Cajun place, have a wonderful time. And one of your favorite places, Rudy's Barbecue, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They do cater. What's on the menu for you now?
I've been eating a lot of brisket lately, so yeah.
What about that little boy you got?
He still likes turkey.
He's with me. He's with me. You going to take him to a Bama game this year?
Not sure if we're going to make it up. We're talking about the Iron Bowl, but we'll see. We got a long way to go between now and then.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought about going too. And my daughter-in-law,
Mercer, maybe.
Mariah's going up for homecoming. Mariah, a bunch of women are going up for homecoming, and Leighton and Lorelei's got a game this weekend. So,
yep, homecoming and Tuscaloosa.
I hope they get it done. Why are we talking about this? I have no idea. We get back. Tommy Santamont. FSU, huge football game at Miami. Tommy got some insight what's going on over there. It's going to really be, this is something breaking. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Thank you, Wildcat, for everything you do.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Here is Aaron Rodgers with the question and his answer.
How do you get everybody to keep the belief? And it seems like a lot of the same mistakes.
Stop listening to you guys.
Okay, wait. Did he say stop listening to the media? I didn't think players listen to the media. Don't they always tell us that?
Stop listening to you guys.
Really?
It's the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bestway Portable Buildings has been your portable building specialist since 1989. Before you invest your hard-earned money someplace else, owner Jason Mulder invites you to stop by Bestway and get a quote on just about any size building. And whether you buy with Bestway or not, it's worth the trip just to meet Bestway Buddy. Say hello, buddy. Good boy. Bestway Portable Buildings, just north of Harts Marine on 231, and online at bestwayportablebuildings.com. The best in portable, period. Tell them Buddy sent ya.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
Tired of flipping through channels and finding nothing good? Introducing Lucid Stream TV. Get over 2,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch local network channels from most major markets throughout the country. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. Just $41.99 a month. Cut the cord, not the fun. To get Lucid Stream TV, go to ESPNPC.com and click the Lucid TV logo.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Get down to newbies. It's bike week. Be careful now. You coming over here to watch Arnold play, Rickards, be careful driving. There are going to be bikes everywhere. Same thing over going to Rutherford, Tommy Oliver. They ride over there also. Be careful. They bring a lot of money into the county. They're great people. Let's be very safe. Let's be patient. And all you bikers out there, you know how well all the newbies take care of you, especially the mothership on Thomas Drive. Charlotte and John got tents everywhere, merchandise everywhere, drinks, food, you name it, everything at the mothership. Get down there, support them. 3 great locations on Panama City Beach. Newbies 2 on the Curve to go watch all sporting events. And then brand new one over in St. Andrews. Jeremy Glenn loves that place. A big blue building over there. Go check it out and have a great time. John and Charlotte, thank you for everything you do for the community. Tommy, what do you have for us today on FSU?
Before we talk about the Hurricanes, let me give you a quick history. October 23rd, 25 years ago, was the first ever Bowden Bowl, FSU versus Clemson, 1999. That's when FSU went wire to wire, number 1. They played Tommy over at Clemson, and the score was 17-14. FSU won, and that was the first time that a father and son played.
Do you remember the shirt Ann had on?
Yes.
I think it was split in half. Yeah.
Half and half. And that was the closest game FSU had all that year. And they went on to play 9 more games against each other. And FSU, Coach Bow won the first 4, and then ended up 5-4. FSU won 5, and then Clemson 4. So that's a little history about FSU. Now to get to the other thing we got coming up. Saturday at 7 o'clock, down in Miami, we got the Hurricanes against the Seminoles. The last time that FSU went down to play in Miami, you know what the score was?
No.
45-3 FSU won. And it'll probably be reverse that because they're looking for a lot of revenge here, and I know they're after it. But some very, very interesting talking points in this game. 2 teams, one going down the tubes and one going up.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows, and that's really what the transfer portal and NIL can flip a team. And we've got other examples. Yeah. Alabama's already lost 2 games.
Yeah.
There's a number of teams that's because of that, because of those 2 things.
And people forget, 26 people transferred out of Bama when Saban retired.
Yep. So. And interesting enough, people probably don't know this, out of Miami's starting 11, 4 on offense, 7 on defense, the transfer kids. 7 on defense and 4 on offense, transfer kid. The most notable one we always know is Cam Ward. And Cam Ward has outgained the entire FSU offense this year. Ward has 2,728 yards. FSU has only 1,932.
Wow.
By himself, he's outgained
That's
all
the whole team?
The whole team.
God,
the whole team on offense. Miami ranks number 1 nationally in passing offense at 388 yards a game. They're number 1 in total offense with 577 yards per game. Number 2 in scoring offense with 483 points, 48.3 points per game. So, and Ward has completed 25 touchdown passes, only 4 interceptions, and it's averaging about 10.2 yards per attempt. The thing with FSU, think about this. Their offensive line has been horrible. In a game, when the offensive line finally blocks and the quarterback goes to pass, The wide receiver, whoever it is, makes a great job of getting open. The pass goes to him, he drops it.
3 times.
Now tell me what that does to a team.
Yeah.
It drops it. And they have had 21 drops already.
Tommy, how can that happen?
I read an
Who's
article.
the wide receiver coach?
Dugan's. He played at FSU, a great receiver. But they are really emphasizing this week. They all these points about catching the ball. They're going over them this year, putting them in the drills. I mean, this week to see how that would happen, how that would work in this game against Miami. But 17 of the FSU skill players has been targeted for passes. 17 of them. 13 of them have registered at least one drop. 5 of them has multiple drops. So that gives you some idea of how it's going with FSU. And again, I read another article about how they evaluate their portal kids, and they have done a horrible job this year. Of those 14 transfer portal kids they got, maybe one is producing. I can't think of any. And now there's a lot of them hurt too. They've lost a ton of people hurt this year, and that's hurt. But think about this: when they played Georgia that last game, and they got beat, all those kids walked off and they got beat.
Right.
That team that played Georgia, that's this team. Mm-hmm. Add in those 14 transfer portals who were mostly were duds. This is what happens. Yeah. It completely flips the whole outfit here.
Which tells you that their evaluation and recruiting is not
flawed big time.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to do something about that. But anyway, FSU is giving up 21 points, and I think it probably could be. Would you take the 21 points in FSU or not?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know.
You never know now. They could go. FSU always plays good in Miami. They always do. Always. Yeah. But they better play good this year.
But they've done stuff we've never seen before. I've never seen a team look like this from Florida State.
I know it. And Cam Ward is the deal. He is the real deal.
Yeah, I think he'll probably win the Heisman.
He probably will if he keeps.
Tommy, can I interrupt you real quick? You were talking about the receivers and what all these techniques they're doing trying to get them to catch the ball. When you said that, it popped right in my mind. I remember something when I played football, and I was saying, like, what are they doing? We would have winter workouts every day. One day was you lift weights, run a mile, and all that stuff. Then the other day was all the agilities, bag drills, stadiums. I mean, it was brutal. It was terrible. Mac Brown was our coach. He's the head coach at North Carolina now. He was a wide receiver coach at Southern Mississippi. This was during the off-season. I'm like, what are the receivers? Nobody else was doing, but his group, I don't know if you were supposed to or not, but they had the group of receivers. After they did all this other stuff, he made them take tennis balls, and they'd run around like running routes. I guess they were running routes, and they would throw not footballs, but tennis balls to them. Yeah. Then he's the first guy I've ever seen do this. Maybe he learned it from somebody else. I don't know. But they had these plastic footballs made, and they would tie these bungee strings. They would tie them to the fence near the stadium, and the receivers would throw them themselves, and it comes back real fast, and they catched them. And we were like, they did that for like 30, 40 minutes after everything was over with. And I'm like, wow. And that was Mac Brown, all Mac Brown. That showed you, and that's when he first started coaching, was at Southern Mississippi. Yeah. No wonder he won a national championship and did what he did.
He coached at Bay High School.
Yeah. He's sharp, man. Anyway, they need to go back and ask Mac Brown, how do you catch a football?
Well, I know they're taking all the techniques and catching the football this week, and they're emphasizing going over in all their drills too. So, soccer, real quick. Soccer's 10-2-2.
He's giving you
it means to hurry up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm through, John.
Yeah, you're really starting to intimidate.
I got a whole bunch more, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I got 2 more pages, but that's okay.
Well, you can come back after the break because I'd rather hear you talk than him.
Thank you. Anyway.
All right, that's it. That's it for the FSU.
Alabama. FSU Update is brought to you by.
See what I mean?
Newbies. Thank you, Wildcat. Get out to Newbies and support them and tell them Coach sent you. Get out to Newbies. They do a great job. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Jason Kovaleski, a Bay High School alumni, does an incredible job. He helps out all the high schools. If you got we got a lot of parents listen to us in the morning, they're driving to school. And I tell you all the time, if you got a son or daughter and they play in sports and you want to get an edge, Go down and visit this guy. He'll tell you what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, what position do you play. I mean, it's incredible what the guy can teach you. Get a chance, get bigger, stronger, faster. He can make it happen. The guy is incredible. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Jason will be here tomorrow. Dr. Ward, love him. The guy's a credible doctor. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. Don't put it off. It doesn't look right, feel right. Go see him. 5 minutes can save your life. Offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. That is Dr. Ward. You listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Tommy and I have eaten there several times. The best place to go have a great lunch, dinner, whatever you want. They got a brand new bar inside to watch all the games. They got the best bakery in Bay County. The pizza is incredible. Paparazzi on Thomas Drive. Go check it out. You'll love it. For lunch, you get 2 huge slices of pizza and a drink for $11 some change. All you got to do is buy one more drink and you can share it. It's enough for 2 people, believe me. Paparazzi Pizza on Thomas Drive. We'll love it. Taco Bell. Thank you for the support for the Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. They do DoorDash down there. You Tiger Sharks, get down to Taco Bell, support them. They support you big time. Same thing with your Rutherford Rams over in Callaway. Get out to Taco Bell, support them. They're big time Rams fans. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy Pridgeon, Tommy Santamont, Josh Wildcat. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, official station of Auburn football.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We're taking the inside drive.
A man from Pontypridd Wells finds his long-lost Nokia 3310 after 22 years, and guess what? It turned on with 1 bar of battery left. If this doesn't put the power bank industry out of business, I don't know what will.
That Nokia phones, man. They were the bee's knees.
They were.
Join Ryan Mulvey.
Thank you very little.
Middays 11 to 1 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Thursday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 83 with a light breeze around 6 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 69. Tomorrow, a wind 3 to 7 miles per hour, sunny and a high around 83. For Saturday, sunshine and a high of 84. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Every love story deserves a perfect beginning. At Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we believe that your engagement ring should be as unique as your love. Explore a vast selection of certified natural and lab-created diamonds, each hand-picked for brilliance and beauty. Whether you desire the timeless allure of one of our hand-selected engagement rings, or you'd like to custom design the perfect ring, visit us today and let our experts guide you in finding the ring of her dreams, because love deserves the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
Hey, Gator fans, bring your family and friends to Rocket Lanes, home of the Panhandle Gator Club. While you enjoy Gator football watch parties in the sports bar with fellow Gators, your family and friends can enjoy bowling, roller skating, and the many entertaining electronic games. All Gator fans are also welcome to attend the Panhandle Gator Club meetings, 6 p.m. every second Tuesday of the month at the same location. Follow Gator gatherings all year long at panhandlegatorclub.com. Go Gators!
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
And welcome back. Is that Rod Stewart? Love Rod. Great hot legs. Yeah. Hot legs. Julie's got hot legs. All right, here we go. Let's get these picks in real quick. Arnold, Rickers, Tommy, who you got? Real quick.
Rickers.
Jeremy?
Arnold.
Okay. Mosley, Gupprees, who you got?
Dolphins.
Okay. Good job, Tommy. Bay at Rutherford. Huge game Friday night.
Bay.
Okay, you Rams, you hear that? Nobody's giving you respect, any chance whatsoever, Bay High School. They think Bay's going to run you out of the stadium. You going to put up with that, Rams? We shall see.
No.
Sneeze, Port St. Joe.
Sharks.
South Walton at Pensacola High.
Seahawks.
They're home versus Pensacola Catholic. South Walton.
South Walton.
All right, Destin at Booker T.
I'm going to look that up. I'm taking Washington.
Freeport at Walton.
Bulldogs get the win. A lot of celebration going on in Freeport. This Freeport team's pretty good.
Freeport beats Walton?
Yes.
I can see it.
I'll take, just for the sake of it,
Every now and
I'll
then,
take Walton.
Every now and then, little dog gets the big dog. And this is that year for Freeport. They're going to get them.
Holmes County, Bluntstown.
Ooh.
Tigers.
Yeah, Bluntstown.
Okay. Homestown has got a good team this year. Mariana at Cottondale. Cottondale's pretty good. Mariana. All right, that's all we're going to do right now. All right, question for all of you guys. Where is Georgia and Florida going to play in the future? We all know that they're going to play in Jacksonville this year. Then we're going to have some construction. Ask Kirby Smart. He didn't really care. He said, I really don't care. I think he's misleading you. I think Kirby wants it on campus. That's just me. He loves recruiting. I think he wants it on campus. This is what it's going to be like. In 2025, I think they can get 60,000 there when the construction is going on. 2026, 43,500. And then in 2027, it's going somewhere else. It's either going to be in the Swamp, it's going to be in Orlando, or Atlanta. Why don't we just go play at the Mercedes Dome? We've played it in the state of Florida for all these years. Why don't we just be nice and say, okay, it's a great stadium, it's a great atmosphere. Let's go play there for a while. Not so fast. They're not going to let that happen.
No.
They're not going to let that happen. But I think in 2027, that's your choices. And I believe Florida gets a shot. Who's home this year? Do you know?
Oh, I have to look at that.
I think 2027, Florida's going to make the call, I think.
Okay.
And then by 2028, it could be back home and home, or it could be back in Jacksonville. I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. Where would you like to see it played?
Jacksonville.
Just don't break the condition.
Yeah.
Do you care? Not really. What about
different?
you?
Jacksonville. You've got very few of those games left.
That's right.
Texas, Oklahoma now in the Cotton Bowl. This one in Jacksonville. You don't have any of those that kind of speak to the old ways. So,
All right, this is one particular opinion from some expert. Let's see if they got it right. Tell me if it's right or wrong. Here's what they have. Number 1 seed and the Big Ten champion, 13-0, Penn State.
No.
Hear me out. ACC, I believe they're number 2 seed, at 13-0, the Miami Hurricanes.
Possibility.
SEC champion, 12-1, Texas Longhorns.
No.
Big 12 champion, BYU, 12-1. That's who they have, the top 4 teams with buys. I think they might have.
Miami's, I think, is okay.
Miami's okay.
Watch out for Clemson. Then.
What qualifies your expert? Is this Danny Cannell again?
He knows. Yeah, Danny Cannell.
FSU.
Good question.
Got a podcast.
SEC Network. I'll put it that way. Let me go to the rest of the list and see what you think. Number 5 seed, and I think he's right on this one. I do think they're going to come at number 5. Oregon, 12-1. But I think you take Penn State in and plug in Ohio State. I think Ohio State's going to win out. Number 6, Notre Dame, 11-1. Okay.
I mean, the schedule was lined up for them to go undefeated. Yeah.
Now, they've got Ohio State at number 7, 10-2. Notre Dame, 11-1. Oregon, 12-1. Ohio State Buckeyes, 10-2. Number 8, the Georgia Bulldogs, 11-2. Losing to Texas in the SEC championship game. These championship games can really screw people up.
They will.
I'm just wondering how the committee's going to control or handle these things. Clemson is number 9 at 11-2. Texas A&M is at number 10, 10-2. A lot of money for the SEC. Number 11, Indiana, which has got a pretty favorable schedule, 11-1. I don't know. 12, Boise State.
Okay.
The first 2 teams out. LSU 9-3, Tennessee 10-2. What do you guys think about these predictions? It could happen.
Could happen.
I've got Oregon coming out of the Big Ten
as a champion.
So I'm gonna kind of question that one. Miami, I can roll with that.
You don't have any love for Clemson, huh?
No, it's possible. But Miami does seem to have the inside track right now. SEC, that's a toss-up. There's some big games left in the SEC.
Yeah. Don't count out LSU.
A&M.
That's what I'm thinking.
You think A&M's ready for Texas? Absolutely. I mean,
and it's at home.
It's
Their
at home,
defense,
right?
They got enough offense though. It kind of matched up pretty good evenly because LSU's even though they're playing really well right now, you thought that might be the weakness.
But you've still got Georgia, Tennessee. You've still got Texas.
Tennessee's not in it. Tennessee has no shot winning the SEC.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that knockoff. Anybody can beat anybody to throw a kink in it. You know, I mean, it's just
true.
I mean, all of those Saturdays we've seen.
Just think if they had a quarterback, and now he's going to be great. I still think he's good.
Well, we made him look really good.
Well, he did the same thing against who was it? Arkansas. He missed wide open receivers. He did against Alabama. But they're Tennessee's defense for real.
But any given Saturday, we can see what we have seen here.
Doubt.
So I question Texas. Maybe Georgia backdoors in. So
Georgia, Texas A&M, LSU, and Texas. That's your top four.
That's your top four.
Yeah. What about the Big 12, which I have no idea?
BYU is taking care of business.
Yeah.
They really are. And, BYU, they get the benefit of all the kids that go on their 2-year mission. I mean, they're playing at 23, 24 years old there, which makes a difference.
Josh, who are your top four champions of the conferences?
It's like Jeremy said, it's too hard to tell. And my brain goes, okay, well, is a 9-3 LSU better than your, 11-1 Indiana, or what I'm saying? I have a hard time feeling out the automatic bid process that we're stuck with.
Tommy, who are your top four?
What you said was pretty reasonable to me. Surely Miami and Georgia.
Isn't Pitt still undefeated?
No.
I think they lost one.
They lost last week then. Okay.
But
look that up. You sure?
I think.
Honestly, don't count out Clemson yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, not in the top four, but in the 12, yeah.
Pitt's still 6-0. I'm sorry. They did win in overtime.
Yeah.
Playing Syracuse tonight, 5-1.
That's a big game.
And they got to play. They'll end up Miami and Clemson will be playing for.
That's what I think too.
Yeah. So
Josh made a great point. What if the 12-team committee, like 11-1 Indiana, over, say Georgia?
Yeah.
Let's say Georgia plays for the SEC championship
and loses,
and they lose it, and maybe they slip up and lose to Tennessee. 9-3 Georgia doesn't get in over 11-1. You can even see 2. Jeremy, if you lose a SEC championship game or the Big Ten championship game, are they going to penalize the loser?
You could be if it's that third loss. And
another team sitting at home, not even playing.
And remember, this 12 team is supposed to take care of what happened last year.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah,
I don't like the Cinderella team being in there. Just like Saban said, it should be the 12 best teams. Get rid of the conference thing. But they want everybody involved in it.
Well, Indiana, I think, was 5-7 last year. Now they're undefeated.
Yeah.
So
you got some information for me?
No, go on. There was a caller that wanted to interrupt the Alabama update.
Well, Jeremy's doing it, so I don't care. If I was doing it, I would have a problem with that. But.
Well, and you mentioned Indiana.
It was Lance Griffin called. And then
call back, Lance.
Okay.
What was the question?
I couldn't hear him because his car windows were down.
Oh, okay.
But you mentioned Indiana. I mean, it's a great story out of Bloomington, no doubt. But, Michigan, Ohio State, still staring you down.
Yeah, true.
Good luck.
I think Indiana got like 18 transfer kids.
From that James Madison.
Yeah, James Madison.
Yeah, and they're
12 of them.
They play as a character team. Got to give him credit. He worked for Saban. I think he worked for Saban. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Turpro Pest Control. You want that yard to look beautiful? It can happen. Call Turpro Pest Control. Patrick, come out. Your yard look beautiful. His beautiful daughter will be on the cheerleading field tonight over in Gulf Breeze. She cheers at Mosley. Does a great job over there. Call Pat. And listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida at 8:30. Wildcat, I want some jewelry. I want some beautiful jewelry. Josh wants to keep his wife happy. He wants to get her something. Tommy wants to get Louise something. Jeremy, I think his wife buys him jewelry. It's just amazing. It's just totally different there. But where can they go?
If you're a smart shopper, go to 830 Highway 77 to David Adamson Designer Jewelry. 75% off everything in the store. Go out there and work a deal with them. Get your jewelry repaired, get it cleaned, get it appraised. They do it all right there at David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
I'm going to see them here real soon.
I got something ordered special that they're doing for me, so I'm real excited.
I've got to go see them.
Thank you, by the way. I know my birthday's coming up. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
All right.
It's called a choker chain.
Thank you. Hey, you were talking. We got time to talk to him a second. I got to go real quick. The playoffs. We know we've got two teams, for sure, and maybe more than that. Hopefully, Arnold will get in. What's the deal? We have some of them let you walk up. What's the deal if you go to a playoff game?
Yeah, so the FHSA went full digital ticketing a couple of years ago through GoFan, and we've since adopted that as our Bay District school policy as well. So there is no difference at the gate. You'll walk up with your card. You can pay with your credit card. You can pay on GoFan at the event. Scan the QR code. So no differences at the gate. Other than on my end, trying to get everything organized to make the right game pop up.
Okay, you heard it here first. And Mosley looks like they're going to be hosting all the way through, which would be incredible. That would be outstanding. All right, let's talk about our break time. Right, let's take a break. We get back. Alabama Crimson Tide, watched by Jeremy, watched by Stevenson Air Conditioning, and then at 8:15, Andy Burchin, the voice of the Auburn Tigers. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. So the Denver Broncos hammered the Saints in New Orleans 33-10. It didn't even feel that close. So when you go on the road like the Broncos did, on a short week with a rookie quarterback that didn't play well and win by 3 touchdowns, that's coaching.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays, ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Thursday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 83 with a light breeze around 6 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 69. Tomorrow, a wind 3 to 7 miles per hour, sunny and a high around 83. For Saturday, sunshine and a high of 84. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you tired of hearing 2 weeks when you call to get your boat worked on? Hey folks, it's Chris Kramer with Kramer Marine and Outdoor, and we'll get you in and back out on the water as quick as possible. We're a full-line Yamaha outboard dealer and Suzuki outboard dealer, and we have master-trained certified mechanics on site. So if it's just an annual service, electronics install, trolling motor install, or all the way up to a full repower, we can take care of you. So stop by and see us in the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM, or call us at 850-851-0453.
WGSX Lynn Haven, W Field Q, Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Time to let the big dogs eat.
How about that answer by Georgia? In the end zone, touchdown, Georgia!
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll. I hope they do roll. Alabama updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Number one at what they do, anytime, day or night, they're there for you. Local company, man. A local, grew up here. Let's make sure we use Stevenson Air Conditioning and no one else. They're incredible. Also would like to thank Pat Perno, the city commissioner of Lynn Haven, all the great things you do for the city. And he does an unbelievable job with Beef Over Braised over in Lynn Haven. Get out there and have a great meal. Great people, great atmosphere, TVs everywhere. Tommy and I always, when we go there, we always have a great meal, have a great time over at Beef Over Braised in Lynn Haven. Jeremy, what's your take on the mighty Crimson Tide on Alabama?
Well, happy homecoming, everybody. Alabama limps home after being vanquished in Knoxville last week on the third Saturday in October. And for the first time in 40 years, lost to Vanderbilt and Tennessee in the same season. That one stings a lot. And a lot of questions coming into this particular ball game for Alabama. Coming into Tuscaloosa for homecoming are the Missouri Tigers, looking to win the Alabama State Championship. They defeated Auburn last week up in Columbia, and now Eli Drinkwitz and his squad will make their way in. Both of these teams were in the top 10 just a few days ago. And now Alabama's sitting at 5-2. First time that's happened since 2007, as far as Alabama having 2 losses October. Missouri's sitting at 6-1, and a very good program in their own right. Kickoff is set for 2:45 on ABC, so we get the mid-afternoon game, which I think will be nice. With all the
homecoming, it'll be packed out, don't you believe?
Tickets are flowing freely. You can get into the gate pretty easy right now on the secondary markets, with prices plunging considerably after the loss to Tennessee. So
I figured with homecoming there'd be a lot of people there.
Yeah, Missouri's banged up. They are certainly worse for wear in terms of injuries. The quarterback Cook is doubtful for the game, as is the running back Nate Noel. So their injury report that was released seemed to indicate they're showing kind of those mid-season bangs and bruises that most teams can get, which should shift the field a little bit. Alabama just has one that's out. Keon Sabb, he is what they've described as a lower extremity injury, and has said that he will be out for some time.
Did he break his foot?
I'm not sure.
Probably a high ankle sprain.
Yes,
that's bad.
I'm not sure. I mean, but you saw him come up against Tennessee.
What number is he? 3?
You give me a pop quiz here.
I'm sorry.
No, but you remember he played, kind of winced, and he did come back in and finish a little bit, but he certainly was throwing himself around out there, and not exactly sure maybe what they found after the game that he might have been playing through, even that might have messed things up more, so. But just an interesting observation. One of the sort of highlights for the week in between games is the Hey Coach show.
I heard.
You heard?
I heard. Very smart on Chris Stewart.
Very smart on Chris Stewart. So, the call-in show, where you can kind of hear from your people. Guess how many calls, Tommy, DeBoer took?
100? No, 0, probably.
One.
That was enough.
Yeah.
That's all it could take.
Yeah, there's sort of a tradition around the show that Pee Wee gets to call in, and he always asks the first question, and it's always about the offensive line. And so they let Pee Wee talk. He asked his question about the offensive line, and that was it. That was it.
Phones were busy then.
Having trouble getting through tonight? Yeah, it's us.
One other thing that happened up there that I don't know if I should say this or not, but I'm going to say it anyway. The reporters, when they go up there, and sometimes if you make they pay attention, okay? They pay attention. Mm-hmm. And if you make maybe some comments they don't like, you're not picked on very often to answer a question when you're up there on those media things.
Sounds like something else I know.
Yeah.
Like the White House. Yeah, no doubt.
Got a question?
Yeah.
Hey, let me, real quick, y'all are experts on Alabama. Do you feel like Alabama's playing their best players now?
I think the best we have with the lack of depth.
Yeah.
And I think that may be why you're seeing some of the discipline issues.
We get tired in the fourth. Defense, especially.
Defense is gassed. Well,
they're staying in there a lot. They don't have enough depth to get them in.
They don't have enough depth.
And I think that's everywhere now.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, because if you're a kid who has the caliber to play, and you're not, you're getting further and further behind, and you're going to go to a program where you can play with the rules being this flexible. Mm-hmm. I will contend, and this is a little off the report, but I contend we have created that culture that started now with the travel ball.
Yeah.
That if you're paying that kind of money to be on the field, you're not expecting to be riding the pine.
Right.
And so I can find another program to go and play that gets me on the field, because that's how I'm going to get better. You know, reps, touches, practice are one thing, but game time certainly another. So I think that it's almost expected now for an 18-year-old who's watched this to go, okay, I'm not going to sit, wait, bide my time. Blake Sims now is over. You will not see a fifth-year senior coming into a program that's been.
Our backup quarterback's got a nice NIL package. I think that's one of the reasons. He's a good kid too.
And you know, I mean, you look at the NFL. I mean, some of these backup quarterbacks have handsome,
absolutely,
you know, for as little as they do. You know,
let me ask you both something. All three of you guys, the lack of discipline. Now that you know a kid can transfer out, maybe that's the reason you kind of turn your back when they walk into a room late. You know, your coach tells you get off the field and you don't. Maybe that's the reason he starts the next week. I don't know.
I really think you're on a sort of fine line there. And you know, we talked about Dabo, and Dabo said when NIL comes down, I'm out. Well, Dabo has kind of let NIL do its thing and has continued to develop a program around the old rules, trying to get people who want to be part of that.
Right.
And he may be offering an experience for some kids that, you know, it's kind of a relic of another era. And they may be more inclined to go to Clemson to know, okay, I've got loyalty here back and forth between coaching staff and player. So you can't write Clemson off yet. You know, we were talking about them in the previous segment because you are developing some of these other matters around character and chemistry and competency, all of those things that come, you know, for programs.
He still does it, and Kirby still runs a tough practice, and that's the reason they're so physical. And he ain't going to change the way he coaches.
Right. Finish up the little hey coach thing. You know, Chris Stewart, the play-by-play guy, did all the Q&A afterwards. Now, DeBoer did take questions after the Vanderbilt loss. This week, you get further removed. What does that do to endearing yourself to your fan base? Not much. I mean, you look like you're getting further removed, and you're not willing to, you know, kind of stand in the trenches there. That comes with just being the head football coach in Alabama. There's an accessibility piece that the callers and the loyal fans almost demand. It's just kind of part of the culture there. So it'll be fascinating to watch. So yes, props to Stewart for kind of guiding that, but no questions from the in-person crowd either. And, you know, hey, we were here at Baumhauer's, you know, I mean, where they do the show. And they always
let them ask questions either?
They didn't let them ask questions either. The only question asked was from Pee Wee calling in.
Wow.
So that'll get chilly quick. And he's under contract to make that appearance every week. Yeah. Open record search showed that.
You know, Dabo quit doing it.
Yeah, after he got into his little tit for tat with the Spartanburg guy. Yeah. That was classic. So you mentioned discipline. Kendrick Law with the personal foul penalty. You know, just I think is kind of now the sort of face of this larger culture of
it should have been offsetting.
Should have been.
But you don't lose your cool. You walk away.
The officials are always going to get the one that retaliates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's why it's a truism that way, I don't know. And you wonder why some of these things can't be video reviewed when you've got, you know, clear initiator, you know, but as long as I've been around the game, if you can get the first one in, you're okay. Yeah. It's the one that gets it back. But that image will kind of define the larger lack of control.
It would have been 4th and 7 instead of 4th and 22.
That's right. And there's questions around why go for it on 4th and 22.
3 timeouts.
3 timeouts. I mean, what are your odds? All the game trackers said punt. Can Alabama win out? Can Alabama run the table? There's really just one big question mark on this as far as I see it.
LSU.
At LSU.
Yeah.
It comes down to that.
It's not a good matchup, our defense versus their passing attack.
It's not a good matchup, but is it conceivable they could finish 10-2 with, you know, 2 losses?
And as bad as they've looked, they win 10-2, they're in.
They're in.
And they got Oklahoma away, too.
Oklahoma's away.
Oklahoma's offense is pathetic.
Oklahoma's ready to go back.
They've already fired their offensive coordinator.
They're ready to go back to the Big 12.
All right, the Alabama update's been brought to you by Steverson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. Steverson Air Conditioning gets a service about every 6 months. It runs better. It saves you money on your power bill. They do a great job. Locals taking care of locals. That is Steverson Air Conditioning. Also, Rue's Barbecue and Baton Beach Road. You love barbecue. That's the only place you need to go to. They got got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Rudy's Barbecue, and they cater. Great place. Also, Dr. Ward, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. If it doesn't look right, feel right, go see Dr. Ward. He does an incredible job. Offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Paparazzi, Taco Bell, Turf Pro Pest Control, Tommy Santamont. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. There you go.
ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for college football and the Auburn Tigers.
He's in! Touchdown Auburn!
We heard you, Tiger fans. So this season, we're airing every single game. And you can take that to the bank.
It's off in the end zone!
Plus, the biggest games in the SEC and around the country play here on your official station for college football, ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Thursday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 83 with a light breeze around 6 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 69. Tomorrow, a wind 3 to 7 miles per hour, sunny and a high around 83. For Saturday, sunshine and a high of 84. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
If you spend any time at all in your yard, you're going to encounter fire ants.
We know they can ruin a party. That's why we're this area's experts at fire ant elimination.
As your certified top choice professional, we will rid your yard of these unwanted invaders. Brock Pest is so sure they will get rid of fire ants that they offer a 1-year guarantee.
Enjoy your yard fire ant free. We guarantee it. Give us a call for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting yours since 1968.
He has a really low passenger rating on Uber. He punched a magician and started a petition to remove the penny from circulation.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
Is he sane? I have no idea.
ESPN Northwest Florida. And now, War Eagle. Live from the J. Michael studio, it's the Auburn Update on the Coach James Hale Show with the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. ESPN Northwest Florida.
War Eagle! Hey! Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, and that grandbaby. I know she's a Tiger. You seen him lately?
I have. They're all
big time Auburn. All the games.
Well.
All right, let's bring him on. The voice of the Auburn Tigers, the legendary Andy Burcham. Andy, how you doing, sir?
James, I'm doing well. Hope you're having a good day.
It's absolutely beautiful here. And, hey, how was the trip? How did they treat you up at Missouri? We got Missouri people here. I know some Missouri fans. How they treat you up there?
They treated us very well, other than the game.
Well, you can't win them all. Let's talk about it. 14-point lead, fourth quarter, and it gets away from us. What's your thoughts? Tell us what happened.
Well, we've seen it before, and that's the frustrating part. Mm-hmm. We saw it against Oklahoma, when Auburn had a chance to put that game away in the fourth quarter and didn't. And we saw it last weekend in Columbia when Auburn had a chance to really put that game away and didn't. Now, hats off to the Missouri quarterback coming back, Brady Cook, after literally going across the street to the hospital there in Columbia and having that ankle looked at. And he came back and he was an enormous spark. And eventually led Missouri on that 18-play, 95-yard drive that turned out to be the difference in the ball game. Wow. So I'm not taking anything away what he did or what Mizzou did in that ball game, but that was a game that Auburn should have won. It had a chance to put it away and just simply didn't do it. And the bottom line right now, guys, is Auburn's got to find a way to do that.
Yeah.
They've had opportunities against Cal. They had opportunities against Arkansas. They had a chance to put Oklahoma away. They had a chance to put Missouri away and just didn't do that. And whatever that is and how that is, what that is, what player that is, what special play that needs to happen, it needs to happen for this Auburn team to take that step forward and gain some confidence before it comes home for 3 straight home games before the Iron Bowl after Thanksgiving.
And I talked about it Monday, and I went back and forth. Should I say it in front of you or not? But I'm going to say it. Auburn drives down the field. 8 of the 9 plays were running plays. You get down the goal line in 3 passes. The sack, we miss a field. I mean, did anybody ask what the thought process there was? I'm just curious. Am I being negative? Yes, I am. But anyway, what do you think?
And I understand. Listen, I mean, everyone's frustrated. The coaching staff's frustrated. The players are frustrated. Obviously, the Auburn family is frustrated with with what's happened this season. So I understand that frustration. And, Hugh Freeze talked about it on Monday on Tiger Talk, that the play calling right now is not easy because he's not calling the games as he would like. He calls it calling the game free. And he's just not doing that. He doesn't feel that he can with this ball club right now. I think he's second-guessing a little bit some of the plays that are being called. And listen, against Oklahoma, if Auburn just gives the ball to Jarquez Center a couple times, that ball game's over.
Absolutely.
This past week, when Auburn had the ball at the 38-yard line, Missouri's 38-yard line, Auburn decided to run the football. And that didn't work.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things right now where very little has gone right in key situations for Auburn. And it's not as though Auburn has done the same thing over and over and over. And I think that's what frustrates the head coach a little bit. And that's why I say, and I don't know how it will happen, and I do think it will. This season, I think it will happen. I don't know how that is or who that person is or what player that is or what play that is called. I don't know at this point. I do think it's going to happen at some point, though. Will it be enough to salvage the season? I don't know.
Andy,
you get a win tomorrow night at Kentucky, and then you get a little bit of confidence coming home to face a really good Vanderbilt team, a good Louisiana Monroe team, and at this point, an A&M team that is playing for the playoffs. And then, of course, you finish with Alabama. Confidence right now, I think it is waning a little bit, but you can certainly turn that around with a big win tomorrow night.
Andy, Jeremy here. Good morning. Good to talk with you again. You mentioned salvaging the season. Obviously, that starts with the trip to Lexington. So what do you see as some keys for Auburn to begin to do that?
Both of these teams' strengths right now are their defense. And Kentucky's defense is stout, gentlemen. They're number 5 against the rush. They're number 2 against the pass in the Southeastern Conference. Kentucky has struggled on offense, other than one big game, and that was the win at Ole Miss. But beyond that, this Kentucky offense is 16th in the league in scoring. It's 12th rushing the football. It is last in the league in pass, and it is last in total, it's 15th in total offense. Now, with that said, Auburn's defense needs to go in and put pressure on Brock Vandegrift with Keldrick Falk and Jalen McLeod. And that's what they've done, and they did a good job of that Saturday at Missouri. But I think for Auburn to win this game on Saturday, and this could be an ugly football game, guys. I don't think this will be a pretty one. It could be a rock fight. Auburn's got to find a way to run the football against a team that is very stingy against the run. And I think that is the key, and they're really good up front with Zivka and Silver, Walker and Weaver. I mean, they're really, really good up front, talking about Kentucky. And it'll be an Auburn offensive line that's a bit jumbled because I think Dylan Wade will start at left tackle for Auburn, Braden Joyner will move into the lineup at left guard with Lou, Wright, and Miller from center out to right tackle. So it's going to be a different look. This will be the offensive line that Auburn finished the game with last Saturday, and they'll move Percy Lewis to the backup at left tackle.
You mentioned the stinginess of Kentucky. I mean, this is a Kentucky team held Georgia to 13 points. Yeah,
right.
I mean, that's...
And they also gave up 48 to Florida last week.
Yeah, so is it schizophrenic?
That's the outlier there. That game is the one that you kind of scratch your head a little bit about. Both of these teams are searching guys going in.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a Kentucky team that was thought it would contend this season.
Right.
And it hasn't because its offense has struggled. And we know what Auburn has struggled with this season. So that's why I just think that get ready for a game that's won in the trenches big time, and it could be a rather low-scoring game.
Don't even need any air in the football, it sounds like.
Well, that's a good question. That's a very, very good question.
You know Stoops. He's a defensive guy.
Right. That whole family is.
Yeah, they got embarrassed last week in Gainesville. The same thing with A&M in Missouri. Missouri got embarrassed, and look how much better Missouri's defense played against Auburn. I think you're going to see a Kentucky defense looking really good, playing really hard against Auburn. But I got a feeling sooner or later Auburn's going to win a game. I mean, I think Auburn's going to. I don't know. I thought last week I had Auburn to win a game last week. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it again this week, but. Well, I want to ask you about the kicking game. If it's a close game, how do you feel about that? If it comes down to a field goal,
I think it depends on how long the field goal is. I think if it's 35 and in, I think we'll see Alex McPherson out there kicking. I think they toyed with that idea after Towns Magoo missed the 31, 32-yarder last week, or I guess he was even shorter than that when he pulled it. I think had Auburn had another chance at a kick and it was inside, especially inside 40, I think McPherson would have been the guy. I think Magoo will continue to be the kickoff guy and will handle kickoffs or will handle long field goals. But I think if it's a manageable field goal, I think we may see McPherson for the first time this season. That was according to the Auburn head coach on Monday.
Andy, what time are you going to go on the air up there? And the kickoff, I thought it was 6:30, but 6:45.
And we've been told, guys, that the kickoff is going to be 6:55.
Oh, okay.
As a result, we're going on the air at 4 o'clock on Saturday, 4 o'clock Central Time, with the Tiger Tailgate Show. Among our guests on Saturday, former Auburn quarterback Reggie Slack.
All right.
Former Auburn offensive tackle Lee Zemba. And I'm blanking on the others right now. So I know that those two guys will be joining us by phone. And both had big games against Kentucky in their careers. So Lee is specifically will be on to talk about that Auburn win at Kentucky in 2010 when Cam Newton led Auburn on that long drive with the walk-off field goal by Wes Bynum. That kept that undefeated season alive. So we're looking forward to talking to all those guys on Saturday.
Hey, I got to brag on my daughter. SEC Media, they had their deal up in Birmingham. I think it was Birmingham, and they did a video and they put it out there for everybody. And she's in it. And I'm looking at a picture of her and Bruce Pearl. They used a picture of them two interviewing Bruce. And she looks good. So does Bruce. Bruce looks good, too. Basketball, what do you think, man? I mean, in football, in the state of Alabama, it doesn't happen very often. Both teams lose. But in basketball, it looks like both teams going to be powerhouse this year in basketball. What do you think?
They're preseason 1 and 2 in the Southeastern Conference. Alabama picked first, Auburn second. Auburn will play its first of 2 exhibition games on Sunday in Greenville, South Carolina against Furman. And then a week from tomorrow night, Auburn will play host to Florida Atlantic at Neville Arena in a game that will benefit the Melton Scholars Program.
Yeah.
All of the proceeds from that game will go to that Melton Scholars Program on the Auburn campus. So they're ready to face somebody else right now, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And they'll get Furman on Sunday, and then we will have the Auburn-Florida Atlantic game a week from tomorrow night on the Auburn app.
Okay.
Before and then of course the season starts right after that.
We got about
ready, boys.
We got about a minute now. you're doing football right now and got all these basketball games going on. Are you going to be going back and forth, or is somebody going to fill in for you for basketball?
No, I'm doing all of it, baby.
You're going to be a tired cookie, bro.
2 days.
That's right.
All right. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you so much for taking time to visit with us. You do a great job. Proud to have you on, buddy. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Andy.
My pleasure, guys. War Eagle.
War Eagle. Andy, he is awesome, man. That's a great man.
Great guy.
Great guy. No doubt about that. You met him when you were in Montgomery, right?
Yep, got to know him there.
Great man. And he took in his kids.
When lost the Rod Bramlett.
Yeah, unbelievable. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Again, watch the Auburn game. It's on the SEC Network. Turn the volume down. Listen to Andy Burcham right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. They do a great job. And also, don't forget Mosley football tonight on ESPN Northwest Florida. David and Kyle will be there. They do a really good job. They get excited. They do a good job. They make it interesting to listen to. And that kickoff at 7 o'clock, I do believe, right here. Right now, I don't know where I'm at. Where am I? Beef O'Brady's Lynn-Haven. Go have a great meal today. Love Pat. They do an incredible job. Every Wednesday, 10 wings aside for $9.99. Tommy and I will be over there probably Monday or Tuesday. You in town Monday or Tuesday? We need to go have lunch over there. Taco Bell, thank you, Eric, for all the great things you do for the community. Taco Bell, 3 great locations, Panama City Beach, Callaway for the Rutherford Rams, and also down there in Port St. Joe, Tiger Sharks. Get out to Taco Bell. They got DoorDash. We'll be right back. We got to do our picks. We got to do this. We got to do that. 104.3. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Hello, this is Rick Vossen with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore portable building dealer, Panama City.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble, but
just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michaels Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN. Is that right? ESPN Northwest Florida. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Anyway, just joke. She gets mad when I say that. Tommy gets mad when I say that. You hired me. It's your fault.
I didn't hire you.
You did. Mm-mm. He did. He won't admit it.
Oh, you mean when you came up here in 2000?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Hey, Wildcat, did you get back with that phone caller? Did you find out what the question?
Never did call back.
Yeah, okay.
Never did come with the question.
Okay. All right, we got to do our picks for college games. Before we do that, I got to tell you three guys a story. This happened on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I was sitting down relaxing, almost falling asleep, and I don't sleep very well. I really don't. And I hear the voice, Conrad Moon. And I'm like, okay, Conrad Moon. Conrad Moon. Now I'm listening. It doesn't hit me yet. Conrad Moon. That voice. That is Conrad Moon. That's our Conrad Moon. I look on the TV screen, it says Panama City. It was Conrad. He was on live TV with Feinbaum.
Oh, really?
Hey, I don't know what he said the first couple minutes because I heard the name. It got my attention, and I thought, well, no. Then it got to me who it was. It's really Conrad, because the voice. He used to do the radio with us. And he did a great job. Mm-hmm. He talked about having health issues and listened to Feinbaum's show. They talked about, and Feinbaum actually kept him on a long time. Usually gets him on and gets him off, but he'll always do that when he talks to a former coach, high school coach. He realized high school coaches, basketball, football. He keeps them on. He asks questions. He asked Conrad, said, "What's the biggest difference now when you first start?" Because Conrad's coached like 49 years, and that's what got his attention also. And he said, "Well, the parent involvement." He said, "We first started out, parent involvement was really strong." He said, "Not so much anymore." And that's true. So they talked about that. But it was pretty cool that listen to Conrad be on national TV with Feinbaum. I thought that was pretty neat.
No one Coach Mooney, he probably called every day for the last 20 years, and he finally got his break.
Yeah,
that's true.
Persistent.
I think you're right about that. Former Georgia Bulldog, Conrad Moon.
Yep.
His son, did he go play for Georgia like Daddy? No.
No, he is smart. He went to FSU.
He went to FSU, and he was a good ball player.
He was great.
Still does good.
Yeah.
But I give all the credit to that entire family, the great things they all have done. The only reason is the mother, Mrs. Moon.
Yeah.
She is incredible. Don't you agree?
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Glenn says it's him. I think it's Mrs. Moon. But anyway, I just wanted to share that, guys, with you.
Yeah.
The picks past week, Jeremy. Let's see. Let me find it. Tommy.
I didn't miss any.
You didn't miss. As a matter of fact, Tommy, I think you're leading right now.
Yeah, probably am.
Marksman level.
Yeah.
Last week, Jeremy Prison actually beat everyone. Josh, you did too.
I did not pick last week.
Who was this? Oh, that's Dr. Ward. I'm sorry.
I'll take it, though. I'll take the credit.
Dr. Ward and Jeremy Prison did better than anybody, and we're talking about 7 people picking. Jeremy, you were 7 of 10. So was Ward. I was 5 of 10. Jim Brandt was 6 of 10. Jason Kovaleski, 6 of 10. Last week was tough, man. Yeah, you hit Alabama, Tennessee game, right?
Sadly.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it this week. Let's take a little time and talk about it. Let's start out with Ole Miss. I'm going to watch this game at the Cajun Place. 11 o'clock kickoff. Come down and join us down there. We're going to have a great time. Come sit with us. Buy us lunch. We love that. Oklahoma just fires their offensive coordinator, okay? I don't know who's going to call play. I should, but I didn't look it up. They go to Ole Miss.
I think for a contribution, you get to make a play call. That's where we are.
Barry Switzer should be called. Barry Switzer did a great job on Feinbaum's show the other day. Did you see it? Mm-hmm. He did a great. I love what he said about Mal Moore. He was going to hire Mal Moore and said Mal's already taken a job at Notre Dame. They win the national championship at Oklahoma. They get fired at Notre Dame the next year. So he goes, Mal screwed up. But anyway, underachieving at Ole Miss. They shouldn't have lost those games. Nope. Not to Kentucky.
No.
LSU, they led the entire game and to the very end. That's Brian Kelly. 3 years, your lead coach, you do something special. They got it done. Lane didn't get it done.
No.
What's going to happen? Does Ole Miss blow them out? What's the point spread now? I forgot.
Probably 3 touchdowns, I would think. Because Oklahoma can't score.
Yeah.
Is
it a game at all? As good as their defense is?
Ole Miss is going to exercise some frustration on Oklahoma.
Okay.
In Oxford. And it's going to be big and it's going to be ugly.
What say you?
I'll go Ole Miss.
Okay, Ole Miss.
The Rebels. Ole Miss.
Make sure I got. Where is your name, Tommy? Ole Miss. Okay. I got to do mine on Friday.
Yeah.
As far as you know.
You do yours Saturday night.
Yeah. A team that's playing a lot better. Give him credit. The head football coach at Mississippi State, Levy is his name?
Yeah.
He's doing a good job because that thing could have fallen apart, and their fans are sticking with them, believe it or not. Arkansas, Sam Pittman on the hot seat. Done a good job this year, I believe. Can Mississippi State pull an upset at home and beat Arkansas?
No, but this game will be closer than people think. Mississippi State's scrapping.
Arkansas.
Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I'm losing.
Nice pick, Tommy.
I was writing down Mississippi State across the board. You got Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas. No way. So y'all don't give the Bulldogs a chance.
No, it's close, but they can't. They're player play.
All right. Texas just got embarrassed. Welcome to the SEC. A real SEC team gets embarrassed. They thought they were going to win that ball game at home. They get beat by the Bulldogs. They go on the road to Vandy and play in a small. They're not going to be used to that.
Well, Vanderbilt has installed some safety netting around the field this week here, just to welcome the Longhorns to the town.
I saw that. That was funny.
That was pretty cool.
Only plastic will be served.
Yeah. What's the big famous actor that's always on the side? He talked to the fans. He's got them under control. Yeah. That's good.
Good.
And before we go any further, you were county AD. You're the county AD right now. If you had officials do that at Tommy Oliver and people go nuts, would you ever have those officials back? Tommy, that's not. You can't even go back and look at the review on that. Okay, you officiate.
Yeah.
It took them over 5 minutes to make that decision after they got all the bottles thrown at them, beer cans and everything else. I told them Monday, I said, what they got together, say, look, we're in Texas, we're going to get killed, let's change this. I think that's kind of, who cares? Let's live. But really, what would you have that crew back? And that's one of the better crews in the SEC.
Yeah, you won't see them.
I don't think you have a choice.
Yeah, you won't see them back in
Kirby
Texas.
won't have them. Kirby has a say.
Right.
He pointed his finger and said, I'll get you. He said something. I don't know what he said, but I've never seen him that upset.
Yeah, and that is one of the more veteran crews there. I mean, they work
That was
high
wrong.
level.
Don't you think that was wrong?
Yeah. I mean, you make a bad call, you have to eat it.
Yeah.
I guess the guy admitted he made a bad call, and that changed the complexion of the
After
whole
they
deal.
set the ball, getting ready to play, and then they started throwing things, and then they had to stop the clock. 5 minutes later, they go, okay, we were wrong.
We were wrong. Y'all were right.
Throw the bottles over here.
I didn't see it.
It was bad.
The replay, did it prove that the official made?
I think they could have called offensive interference, to be honest with you. I don't think they should have called anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't a foul on the defense.
Right, but it was.
But it's the way it was handled. It looks. It's a bad look.
Why would you go back and admit you made a mistake? I wouldn't have done that forever. Well, like Jeremy said, I would have eat the call.
Just have to eat it.
Most people get together right then, and another guy, hey, look, come here. I didn't see it that way. I think you made a mistake. Then they talk and they make a decision.
Wave it off in the next few seconds.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think you go back. And you mentioned at the high school level, we don't have the luxury of having a big pool to choose from, i.e., Mosley playing tonight, right? So there's a lot of sharing of officials. But at that level, I mean, those guys are getting paid a lot of money. It's a
and we need to get more people
expectation.
involved in ex-coaches, ex-county ADs. We need to get some older, mature officials to help out because there's a shortage.
I don't know if I trust Tommy on the field.
I guarantee you
right
don't
there
on there.
on that second row you sit every week. You stay there.
He'd be out there with a shotgun or something. All right, Texas, Vandy, any way they pull the upset?
No, but if they do, wow. Longhorns bounce.
I'm going to take Texas. You never know.
Texas. No
I'll
way.
give Clark Lee this. He'll have a game plan to make it competitive. And if he can control the ball for 42, 43 minutes.
Tell you what, don't be shocked if they do control the ball. Do I have time? Okay, I got to come back and finish these up. He's giving me the two fingers this time. Thank you for that. Your lineups this week on SEC: Oklahoma at Ole Miss, ESPN 11 o'clock. Arkansas at Mississippi State, SEC Network at 11:45. Missouri at Alabama on ABC, 2:30 kickoff. Texas at Vandy, SEC Network, 3:15. LSU, the big game. LSU at Texas A&M, ABC, 6:30. And then Auburn at Kentucky, SEC Network, 6:45. Watch it on TV. Turn down the volume and listen to Andy Burcham because right here on 104.3. ESPN Northwest Florida. I want to thank all you wonderful sponsors we have. Liz Hunt, I love you. You do a great job. She's a veteran They got a brand new gym over. It's called Anytime Fitness in Callaway. Make sure you join. Go join there. She's a veteran. Go help them out. But you can work out 2 o'clock in the morning if you choose so. You got a busy schedule. You can't get up there in the morning. You can't get there at night. So you can go anytime you want and 24/7. Great coaches, great facilities there. Anytime Fitness in Callaway. It's right, I think it's by the Beef Braze over there in Callaway. Go check it out. Go join. I think you can go work out free the first time. But Liz Hunt does a great job. I got to get Liz back in here. Anytime Fitness. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. He's mad at me, I can tell. Look at that look he's giving.
This just in. Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Search for ESPN Northwest Florida and crush the follow button.
I follow you on social media.
We're always here to keep you in the game.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Thursday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 83 with a light breeze around 6 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest. For tonight, mostly clear skies and a low near 69. Tomorrow, a wind 3 to 7 miles per hour, sunny and a high around 83. For Saturday, sunshine and a high of 84. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rates you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? Now, remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. 800-708-3092. That's 800-708-3092.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Northwest Florida. I want to thank Ryan Mulvey. He has sent, you got him, Jim, Jason, we're on this little group thing that we do. And this is interesting, Jeremy. I think you'll like this.
Okay.
27 offensive football teams in college football average 6.5 per play this season. 29 defenses allow 5 yards per play or less this season. Only 7 are doing both. Army's winning, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, they're winning, correct? Ohio State, they're winning. Ole Miss, they're winning. Penn State, they're winning. Texas, they're winning. You know who the other team is that's doing both? Auburn.
Wow.
And they're not winning.
And they're not. Well, they should have 3 more wins at least. Yeah. At least right now. Yeah, I said thank you, Ryan, for.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's really good. Let's get back to the picks real quick. Let's head out to the Big Ten. Let's talk about the Big Ten teams. Who do you like in this one? I think we all agree on this one. Michigan State at Michigan. Josh, who you got?
Man, coin flip. I know Michigan's a hard place to play, but I won't say Michigan State. Throw a wrench in it.
Okay. Jeremy?
Michigan.
I can't get that written down, Josh. You got Michigan. Jeremy's got Michigan. Tommy, who you going
Michigan.
with? Michigan. All right. Illinois. Hey, they're good. He does a great job. But the thing about they're traveling halfway across the world to play Oregon. Who you guys got?
Oregon.
Ducks.
Oregon.
Oregon across. Penn State, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's tough football. Is this the James Franklin hiccup?
It's coming. It's coming.
Where he screws up Penn State?
Could be.
Don't count Wisconsin out.
He's a great coach.
And is it in Madison
It's
or
at Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You got Wisconsin.
How hard of a place is that to play?
They're ready for you.
It's
a great environment. Give me the Badgers. This is it.
This is Franklin's. I think Jason
This
thinks
is
the
it.
same thing. Wisconsin blows it, or Penn State blows it.
It almost happened in the Coliseum. It'll happen in Madison.
I want to take Wisconsin, but I want to take Penn State. But they are going to lose one here.
My upset was Michigan State, so I'm going to play it safe and go Penn State.
Okay. All right. Will it be embarrassing, or do they show up and finally play? Miami, home versus FSU.
Game for a half, then Miami pulls away.
Miami.
The emotion and a couple of 15-yard penalties will, kind of settle them on.
5 missed passes by FSU. They'll be done.
All right, back into the SEC. Let's get going. I got one more. Ohio State Buckeyes. Nebraska's at Ohio State. 11 o'clock kickoff. I think it's on Fox.
Oh, my.
I think it's going to be a blowout.
It's going to be ugly.
Everybody got Ohio State?
Bucks.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. I was thinking about Nebraska, but
You got Nebraska?
I just thought about them.
Okay.
I'm going to Ohio State.
Volleyball team's drawing more than football these days.
Let's get to it. What do we think now? Auburn. I'm gonna wait and do mine tomorrow, like with the other two. But I want to pick them. Every time I do, they lose. Maybe I should pick Kentucky. They win. Stoops is going to have the defense playing this week. They got embarrassed by 48 points by Florida on the road. They're home. The defense is going to show up. Do they have enough offense? Can Auburn not beat themselves? Does Auburn turn the ball over? Do they miss a field goal? Do they get a penalty? You can't trust them. Who you got?
You can't trust them, but I got to pick them. So I got Auburn.
Auburn.
And it's at Kentucky, right?
At Kentucky.
At Kentucky.
I want to take Auburn, but I think I'm going to let them beat themselves, and I'm going to pick Kentucky.
Wildcat, who you got?
Let me think a minute. Okay.
Turn that mic off. Wildcats. Who you got?
Auburn's schedule has been interesting. You go 5 at home and then go on the road here. And we're seeing a different Auburn team. They're doing a lot of soul searching. This game were at Jordan here, I'd take the Tigers, but going up to Lexington, give me the Cats.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe. You know what?
I don't think the Cats have had a big home field advantage this year. Not as much as you would think.
Yeah. You picked, Wildcat, you picked them. Jeremy picked them. Tommy picked them. Brian picked them. Glenn picked them. Josh picked them. Nobody's giving Auburn a shot.
You're going to pick Auburn,
I think I picked Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He picked Auburn.
I'll stand alone on that island.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Coach, it was not you. It was Dr. Ward picked Kentucky. Okay. All right. Let's do it. We got to pick Bama, homecoming game at Missouri. Now, I will say this. Vegas knows something. It was 14, now it's up to 17. That Bama's going to win this game.
They get up 17 points?
They got
Missouri?
No, their favorite. Alabama's favorite was by 14. And I think they think the quarterback's not playing. The running back's not going to play for sure. He's a good ball player. The quarterback's questionable. I tell you what, that kid's tough. I watched him play. I thought he was done for the game. To him to come back, I don't know if they numbed it or what, but him to come back and play against Auburn like that, I'm impressed with that kid.
He went to the hospital?
Yes, he left. He was gone, man.
They didn't have x-rays there? They x-rayed
the hospital's not far away. I think it's right.
They had to have numbed it. That's the only way he'd probably come in and play.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who you like? It's homecoming now. Bama usually doesn't lose homecoming.
It's the end. Okay, I'm going to take the Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Jeremy?
Alabama, but they struggle.
Alabama. What do you mean they struggle?
17. It's closer than that.
How much time we got? Yeah, get back to that struggle. Is it going to be offense or defense or both?
I think you're going to see offense continue to struggle.
See, if that happens, I don't know if we can win if they struggle. Are we ever going to run the running backs? Just hand it off up the middle, run the ball. We got 2 great running backs, never touched the ball.
You've got a backfield full of talent.
Well, hey,
unused.
Send them to FSU. We'll take them.
Even if you're running swing passes, short passes as your running game. Get them out. Let them do
Let
their
them
thing.
touch the ball. One thing you better remember, that one running back almost went to Georgia, and Kirby wants him.
He'll go there.
Look,
probably.
You and I should sit down and watch a game together because the formations are so predictable as to what's coming.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And if you and I, casual fans, can see this, what's a coach whose just sole job is to pour over film
24/7,
24/7, and know, okay, they're here, ball's going here.
It's like they got the Michigan plan without having to cheat.
Without having to cheat.
I think you need to call the coaches show next week.
Yeah.
All right, this is the biggest game in college football this week. As far as the SEC championship, the only game that A&M has lost, and people forget that was week 0 or week 1 against Notre Dame. A pretty good Notre Dame football team.
Who lost to Northern Illinois?
They've gotten. Thank you, Jeremy. But they've gotten better every week. Their defense is outstanding. The defensive, I think their front four. I think their defense front's best in college football. I do. They're at home. But they're going to play LSU, who's got a lot of confidence.
Oh, God.
Man, they beat Ole Miss. They go into Arkansas, destroy them. Now they go on the road to play Texas A&M. I don't think game day's there, though, are they? No, they're in Indiana somewhere. Who do you like in this one, Jeremy? Break it down. What do you think?
I think the consistency piece does lean toward A&M. Notre Dame's tough, opener. I mean, anyway. Tigers, they've gotten it together. I mean, since that USC loss, this is huge. And who would have thought this team gets the inside track here to the championship game? I still like the Aggies.
Okay. A&M. I'll be honest with you, it's better for Alabama. LSU wins.
Yeah, it is.
Tommy,
I'm taking A&M all the way.
A&M.
Yeah.
A&M at home. Josh, don't let them con you.
Oh, I'm not. I'm going with the Tigers.
LSU.
Yep. No conning here.
I'm not sold on Brian Kelly still.
Yeah, if he's only won,
If they found ways to win ball games, though.
Yeah.
Yale crew will be in rare form.
I tell you what, it's going to be crazy. 105,000 people at Texas A&M. I think he's a good coach, but people don't. When he came in and did the fake talking and didn't walk, one thing I just didn't like about him, when he came in off the plane, all those people lined up by the gate, they didn't let him get near him. He didn't even walk over there and shake their hands. Saban came to Tuscaloosa. He was like a mob. He was like Elvis walking through there. He let people talk to him. He shook their hand. That bothered me.
Endearing yourself to your people, like taking calls on the call-in show after you lose to Tennessee.
And on the sideline, that's all.
I ain't taking that call.
He's very expressive on the sidelines, Brian. He just stands there like this.
Yeah. Hey, guys, great having you all in here today. I hope you all have a great weekend. If you can, meet us down to Cajun Place 11 o'clock to watch Oklahoma and Texas. Josh, you got to go cover all the games. Is there 2 in town this week? Or 3?
We got Rutherford hosting Bay at Tommy Oliver. You got Arnold hosting Rickards at Gavlak, and you got Bozeman hosting North Bay at Bozeman Stadium.
Next Thursday, everybody's here, right?
I am not, actually. I'm out for Halloween. Sorry.
You're covering the show.
Yeah, that's a trick.
I'll step in for him.
You will do it?
I'll step in for him. Yeah.
All right, good.
I'll be on location.
I got a wedding to go to.
I'll be on location. I'll check you in.
Is that Halloween?
It is Halloween next week.
Yeah, you can't have a show on Halloween.
Gotta go national.
No. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Bye. Hey,
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Now, the individuals is James Brown, Elvis, and I got to give credit, Michael Jackson.
Johnny Cash.
I love
Boys to Men, one of my favorites. I'm serious.